Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Anthony, and welcome back to the channel. Either you are new or not. Today, I just want to say happy Valentine's Day to you guys, because at the time of this recording, when this video comes out, whenever you're seeing this, just know that this is during Valentine's Day, and I have some words to talk to you guys with, because Valentine's Day is a day that is looked upon either in a good way or in a bad way, and I want to talk about the side where people really don't like the holiday. And if you saw my title, I think you know where I'm going with this. But, Valentine's Day, we all get the basic concept. If you have like a lover or a relationship, it's like a day where you guys like celebrate that relationship you guys with each other. Or maybe Valentine's is like the day where you potentially could start a relationship. Maybe it's a day where you build the confidence to finally ask that girl or dude, vice versa, whatever it is, that, hey, I really like you, and I would like to take this relationship, like this friendship that we have right now, to a whole nother level, whether that's boyfriend or girlfriend status. And, and that's why Valentine's Day is not really, like, people say it's a useless holiday, right? I don't think it's a useless holiday, like, if you really think about it, like, I mean, like, if you look at your parents, the reason you are on this earth is because of you and your parents. They're the reason why you guys exist to this day, so it's like it's how our world works. It's how literally babies are made. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you how it's made, unless you want to believe the Yoshi's Island story, like, hey, it's by a stork, then sure, why not? But we know how it works, and I'm not gonna sit here and tell you guys. However, I really want to make this video in particular, though, to talk to people that are single. To anyone that, may not be in a relationship or may have recently just broken up, I just want to say it's all right. In this day of age, relationships, like, being in a relationship is shown to be, like, a big thing. Like, you have, like, this big, like, popularity boost or whatever it is, mainly in, like, high school, that I really see in it, especially in, like, my school, too. It's just, like, it feels like a necessity to be like, yeah, I need to be with someone, and I'm just here to tell you this is not true. It's just not true. I don't think you should rush to be in a relationship. While yes, loving someone that you truly like and that person also showing the same affection back towards you may be one of the greatest feelings ever, but you gotta understand that forcing that situation or rushing to it isn't also needed either. I think it's, honestly, in my personal opinion, it's better whenever a relationship is just that just naturally happens. Not you trying to force it or they're trying to force it. When it's just it just naturally happens. Like, you guys just you guys meet each other for the first time. You guys start talking. Over time, maybe you guys start growing feelings, and then slowly but surely, you guys come out to each other about it, and bam, it could be a thing. I think it's better naturally for it to happen than just just doing it to do it. Because at the end of the day, I've seen this happen too many times where people get into a relationship just to have the status, to be like, hey, I have a girlfriend or boyfriend, whatever it is, to have that status on them for they can say that, and even go to the lengths of like, oh, hey, I lost my V card now, or things like that. And I just don't see why that's like a thing to this day still. I don't know why it's such a huge deal to be to like everyone, even people that you really don't know, like, hey, I lost my V card, or hey, I'm in a relationship. It's like, I don't see the necessarily need for it, I don't know. I just feel like in today's society, I feel like it's such a weird thing of like, you need to be in a relationship or things like that. And, I just want to come out here and say, you don't have to. You don't have to. You could take it slow. You're not any different. You're not like a less of a person because you're not in a relationship. That's not the case. Like, it's just not what it is. Like, if you are, like, it's perfectly fine being single. I was single for 17 years straight, and still am. So, and am I mad about it? No, I'm not mad about it. Have I ever had the feelings of like, oh, I'm starting to like someone? Yeah, I do. I do. And, it's a feeling that I feel like all of us express at some point in time, whether it's later in your life or maybe pretty early in your life. But, even I experienced it, but doesn't mean I'm sad that I'm single. You know, like I said, I'm taking it slow, and I am just going at a pace where I feel comfortable with, and I think that's perfectly fine. You know, and at the end of the day, you also have your friends and family, you know, so you're not completely alone. You may not be in a relationship, but doesn't mean you're alone. You still have your friends that you talk to. You still have your family that you talk to. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I think Valentine's Day is just looked upon in a very weird way sometimes, with like needing to be in a relationship and things like that. I don't know why that's a thing. You know, it's like I don't know why. I never seen it that way. I mean, also for me, it's my Nana's birthday today too, so that's another thing I also look forward to on Valentine's Day. It's just, you know, celebrating my Nana's birthday because I love her a lot. But you know, I think people look at Valentine's Day in such a weird way. I don't know. It's so weird. And now I also want to talk about, for anyone that recently just got broken up with, or maybe you tried asking the person that you like to be your Valentine's, or whatever the case is, and you know it doesn't work out and you really hurt from it, just know that just because they didn't like you like that doesn't mean no one else in the world is going to like you. You know, there's always going to be someone else out there that will have the same exact feelings for you and will be the one for you. Like, in my personal opinion, if I were to ask someone out and, you know, they say, hey, no, you know, I'm not interested in you like that, then what that tells me, you know, obviously it's going to hurt, because, like, if I like that person, I try putting in the effort to make it work, you know, here and that also is going to suck. You know, it still hurts because you tried, but you also got to understand, like, hey, you know, she just wasn't the one. As much as you wanted that person to be the one, she wasn't the one. At the end of the day, you know, she didn't have that same connection with you as you did with her. You know, it's like having a puzzle piece, right? You need two puzzle pieces to be correct for it to work. If one puzzle piece is there, but then the other is like something different, it's not going to work. You know, it can't be a one-sided relationship. You know, it can't just be you doing all the talking, or you doing all the I want to hang out, or things like that. It has to be from like a both side. You know, it can't just be one-sided. So, you know, whenever they say no or reject you, or maybe if you guys recently break up, maybe they just weren't the one. You know, or maybe that relationship, they realize that, all right, you know, maybe I thought you were the one, but, you know, my feelings are not the same like before, you know? So it sucks when it happens, but you gotta understand, at the end of the day, you know, you gotta keep moving forward, bro. Like, you gotta, like, it's why it's perfectly fine to talk to your friends and family about this, because they are there to support you, man. Like, they're there to support you when you're at your lowest. You know, that's what friends and families do. You know, even me, as some random stranger on the internet, you know, like, you may like my content, but at the end of the day, you know, I'm not like your best friend. You may like me a lot in terms of my videos, but it's not like we talk to each other. But even then, here I still am trying to give y'all advice. You know, I've never been in a relationship really at all, period. I'm just giving my personal takes on my views of like being single or like being in a relationship. And if you are in a relationship, I'm very happy for you. You know, I really do hope that you guys, you know, thrive. I hope you guys learn more about each other, because at the end of the day, you know, relationships, you guys don't need to have everything in common. It's perfectly fine to have some things in common, but maybe there's some other things you guys don't have in common. But the thing about relationships is like it's about the adventure. You know, I don't know if I sound corny saying that, but that's what I think when I look at it, right? Because you guys learn more about each other. You know, when you guys start getting comfortable, things like that, you really start seeing other sides of each other that you haven't seen before, because you don't really show that side to many people. Or maybe you learn more things about yourself. Maybe you generally did enjoy this one thing that your girl does, and maybe your girl enjoys this thing that you do. You know, it's because they never did it before, they never tried it, but since now you guys are together and willing to give it a shot, you're like, oh wait, I actually generally enjoy this. Now, is every relationship perfect? No, not everything's perfect. You know, you guys might have arguments, there might be some fights, but the thing about relationships is, you know, being able to grow from it. You know, if you guys have an argument, being able to look back at it, you know, see the wrongs from both each other, and then, you know, make peace and, you know, keep moving forward and, you know, learning from that little mistake is the show of growth. You know, because not everything is like a fairy tale where everything has to be perfect. It's not true. But yeah, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit. Just, you know, this is, I guess it's a more of a serious video. I kind of just rambled, to be honest. But I hope you get the message I'm going with here. Like, for anyone that is single, again, you don't, like, do not be sad. Do not think you are less of a person of someone that is in a relationship, or, you know, or you're less of a person because you still have your V card and someone else doesn't. You know, you're not less of a person. You know, you will find that certain someone one day. It doesn't have to be right now, but you will find that someone that will like you for who you are and go to the lengths of, you know, learning more about you. And for anyone that has recently got heartbroken, then, I mean, from me, take it from me, my personal quote that I always go by whenever life gets difficult is keep moving forward. Because if you dwell on the past, you can't see you won't be able to focus on the now. Because you can't change the past, but you can change your future. So don't dwell on the past when something happens. If she wasn't the one, she wasn't the one. There will be someone else out there that will be the one. You just have to not dwell on that past in order to find that out. And then for anyone in a relationship, very happy for you guys. Hope you guys keep doing well. And if you need some advice that are in, maybe that just got into a relationship and needed some advice, you know, try to learn some more things about each other. You know, try new things, you know, with each other. You know, it's about, like I said, it's about the adventure. You know, guys don't have to keep doing the same thing all the time, and don't limit each other. You know, like if she wants to hang out with her friends sometimes, then let her be. If you want to hang out with the boys, then she should let you hang out with the boys. Simple as that. There shouldn't be like too much of restraints. Now that's like a whole nother topic, right? Of the whole controlling part. That's like a whole nother topic I'm not gonna get into today. But that's all I really have to say for today. This was just me kind of just talking. I know this is a video you probably weren't expecting from me. You're probably expecting like some gaming video or maybe a live stream or something, but I instead here talking about relationships, single, heartbroken, things like that. But if you guys ever want me to talk about more just personal stuff or things like that, then I'm glad, you know, because at the end of the day, I know I said like we're mainly strangers. You may see this for the very first time, but I don't mind giving y'all advice, you know, because at the end of the day, we are all humans, you know, and, you know, we could learn a thing from each other. Maybe you can learn something from me. I don't know. Maybe I can learn something from you guys in the comments. You know, maybe you guys tell me some advice with relationships, or anyone that has experience with it. Like maybe what to do, what are the do's and what are the not do's. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Make sure to qual swipe that like button for me. Subscribe today to join the boozers, and I'll see you guys next time in another castle. Deuces.